The causes and effects of bullying in schools. Revenge, jealousy, wanting to get noticed, aggressive personality, having power over peers, having problems at home, thinking it's cool and or funny, taking feelings out on others. Short-term effects. Low self-confidence, depression, suicidal thoughts and suicidal attempts, abnormal fears and worries, sleeping disorders, nervous habits, frequent crying, poor appetite or digestive problems, school problems, and rage. Long-term effects. Alcohol or substance abuse may result. Psychological post-trauma disorders, self-destructive behavior. The four most common types of bullying are verbal bullying, social, physical, and cyber. For the science and math category, I chose to focus on the science part. Researchers generally accept that bullying contains four essential elements. First, the behavior is aggressive and negative. Second, the behavior is carried out repeatedly. Third, the behavior occurs in a relationship where there is an imbalance of power between the parties involved. And finally, the behavior is purposeful. I found a science article by the Boston Children's Hospital that dealt with childhood bullying. The summary of the article was, the longer the period of time a child is bullied, the more severe and lasting the impact is on a child's health, according to the new study. The study is the first to examine the compounding effects of bullying from elementary school to high school. The team collected data for the new study by following a group of 4,297 students and adolescents from the 5th to 10th grade. Results showed that bullying at any age was associated with worse mental health and physical health, increased depressive symptoms, and lower self-worth. Participants who experienced chronic bullying also reported increased difficulties in physical activities like walking, running, and participating in sports. For the history and social studies category, I chose to focus on the history part. The term bullying has changed drastically over time. In the 18th and 19th centuries, bullying was mainly viewed as physical or verbal harassment, commonly linked with death, strong isolation, or extortion in school children. Any type of aggressive behavior was simply seen as mischief and a normal part of childhood. Bullying was thought of as an innocent misadventure or misbehavior among schoolboys. This type of bullying was clearly observed at King's Boarding School in the UK when a 12-year-old boy was killed from bullying behaviors by his older classmates. The schoolboys involved were not held accountable for his death because the school viewed the behavior as a normal misadventure among the teens. It may be fair to say that this situation would be viewed much differently today, and that the bullying behaviors then were viewed as a normal part of growing up among children. For the language and arts category, I chose to focus on the arts part. After research, I couldn't find any valuable or interesting information to go with either category. I do know, however, from fellow classmates who have experienced bullying or depression, that arts are a way to kind of leave this world and get lost in your mind and forget everything. Music, drawing, painting, and other ways are great ways to lose focus and express yourself. For the theology and ethics category, I chose to focus on the theology part. Both of these categories can be used for my project topic. One of the Bible's most influential teachings was the Golden Rule, about how we should treat others the way we want to be treated. Kids and students should not bully each other for multiple reasons. One of those reasons is that you do not always know what others are going through. Someone could be having a tough time, and bullying them or making fun of them could just push them off the edge and set them off. The final part of my project deals with ways to stop bullying. One is recognize and respond. To do this, you must educate students, parents, and staff about taking bullying seriously and how to recognize it. You should also make an action plan to respond swiftly to incidents and daily teasing. Also, you should identify and monitor places where bullying happens the most. 2 is create dialogue. Create opportunities to open dialogue with the youth about bullying and intolerance. Let students lead through peer-to-peer action. Provide opportunities for students to share their feelings, problems, or ideas. Get students involved in organizing anti-bullying forums where they resolve problems. 3 is encourage bystanders to become upstanders. Model ways for young people to intervene and speak up. Practice with role-playing. Help youth develop effective phrases to reject negative comments or social media posts. 4 is to foster safety and inclusion. Connect with young people and create the trust that will help them come forward if they are being bullied. Listen to them, pay attention, and offer support when students are upset or sad. Finally, educate your community. Partner with others to take joint action in educating students, teachers, and parents about bullying in your school and community.